All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, July 31st, 2018. All right, so today we do have the moon shifting from Aquarius into Pisces. So we will likely notice the theme, which may have been the case yesterday, themes around where we can have more freedom in our life, more individual self-expression, and possibly themes around contribution, community, or progressive matters. And then as the day unfolds into Pisces, the themes likely around bringing in some receptivity into our life, right? Diving into the spiritual dimensions of life, maybe our creative side, maybe our unconscious, and doing that acceptance work, which does lead to greater peace and tranquility. So along with that, Venus is shifting into Virgo. This has been the case this part of the week, so maybe noticing the shift of what we're valuing, maybe valuing a little bit more of striving towards perfection, improvement, the detail-oriented side of things, and this is likely also how we're connecting in our relationships as well. All right, so those are the major things today, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. Again, we are using the actual size of the constellations called True Sidereal Astrology. If you are new, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different from mainstream astrology. All right, so the shift from Aquarius into Pisces with the moon here. Of course, we did just come off of a lunar eclipse last Friday. And so it still is, a time of shifting direction. If you did notice you've been doing some clearing in your life, it's great to continue in this kind of new direction now that we've sort of taken the pack off, so to speak, right? This thing's off of our back, sort of did some clearing, and now we're shifting into this new direction, whatever it is for you personally. So good to continue to do that and also start to, move stuff forward if there was anything that you did gain some insight about since around the weekend or later part of last week time period. So the theme, though, of the day, likely shifting from Aquarius, which the first part still likely about creating freedom in our life. This can be freedom of self-expression, of individuality, being our unique selves, and then also the freedom of contributing to the future in some way. This could be our future aspirations with Aquarius, but also in terms of the world at large, maybe our community, network circles. We're likely noticing this theme of this progressive energy for at least the first part of the day. Then as we get into the later part, and especially for a very large bulk of this week, for the next few days at least, we will have the moon shifting into Pisces. So this is more of the receptive energy. Really good for this if you're noticing this shift, getting in touch with the spiritual dimensions of ourself, right? You could say, getting in touch with our intuition, our creative side, and then also our unconscious side, right? Pisces is all about diving deep with our unconscious to essentially do that acceptance work, which then does lead to greater peace and tranquility. And all in all, just surrendering what is outside of our control, and in that way, creating more peace in our life. So great to sort of cultivate that type of energy as we get into tomorrow. So no major aspects today, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap. We haven't done a recap in a while. So the sun is, of course, still in Cancer. So the source of focus collectively is likely on Cancerian matters, essentially our roots. This could be reflecting on the past. It could be connecting to our home life, our private life, creating essentially these protective environments so we can connect to our soul, to our roots, to reflect on things, right? To get in touch with our feelings, even our emotions, right? This sort of inner world, which we do need to create those safe spaces in order to facilitate that process. So still really good to be connecting to our soul, maybe reflecting on things, getting in touch with our roots, as this is the source of energy at this time. So we still do have some Leo energy. Mercury is retrograde in Leo, so still over the next 2 or 3 weeks, still good to be flexible and adaptive when it comes to matters pertaining to communication, correspondence, right? Even doing maintenance on things that we rely on a daily level is really good during the retrograde. And all in all, just be flexible because new information's coming to light, right? We're reconsidering some things, so allowing for that reconsideration. And, as we create more flexibility, we can adapt and pivot as the information does change or as we gain new perspectives. So a lot of this is about Leo, so it's good to be reflecting on what gives us passion in life. What do we enjoy? Maybe our self-expression, these types of matters. All right, so Venus is slowly shifting into Virgo this part of the week. If you haven't already noticed the shift of what we're valuing, if you do notice more valuing towards more of the perfection-oriented aspects of life or improvement-oriented, detail-oriented, all right, these types of qualities, really good to be connecting to. Now, this isn't the easiest place for Venus to be in. She is debilitated in Virgo. And it's because Venus is a side of ourself that simply wants to just enjoy things and then connect in those relationships. But Virgo is very detail-oriented, right? Very kind of nitty-gritty type of thing, right? So good to do this in healthy ways to see what we do enjoy that can be healthy forms of improvement, like self-improvement. Seeing what can be fixed and improved perhaps in our environment, enjoying a bit of that routine, maybe work, right? Doing the work. And when it comes to relationships, seeing where we do like to connect in this way, right? What are some mutual things when connecting with others that we share that is a form of maybe improvement or things that we both want to strive towards in terms of improvement, right? And things that can be embedded for ourselves and other. So good to cultivate it in that way. And I think it can be always, wherever Venus is, an enjoyable energy to work with nonetheless. So Mars, of course, is still retrograde as well. So that was part of the lunar eclipse energy. Still good to be reflecting on what motivates us, what drives us, what we want in life through August, and particularly how that does take time with Capricorn. So when going after our needs, our goals, what we want, taking that slow and steady approach and still reflecting on these things. And also, just like that Mercury retrograde, being adaptive and flexible as well. All right, so that's the most important stuff, kind of a backdrop of the week there in terms of the aspects. The moon is going to go over Neptune, so a bit of that combination energy of going from Aquarius into Pisces, which is a bit of this, which you could say spiritual freedom, all right? The freedom of when we are accepting what is, living presently, surrendering what's outside of our control. Could be a new shift, a new direction with that conjunction. The moon is going to be sextiling Pluto on a very minor note, maybe a bit of empowerment today, empowerment feeling. And Venus, or the moon opposite up to that Venus shifting into Virgo, right? So doing this maybe status check in terms of maybe relationships and kind of how our values are shifting at this time, specifically into that Virgo energy of, again, striving towards improvement. All right, but the most important thing, likely, along with that Venus, is the moon shifting into Pisces. Good to slowly, as the day unfolds, shift from the more freedom and progressive aspects of ourself into a bit of the tranquil and receptive and intuitive aspects of ourself and of life. All right, so have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast.